why is shooting predominantly men? Now, maybe because originally the hunters go all the way back, originally the men. Okay, let's start there. But today, today, why is it predominantly men? Because it still is. Women are definitely the fastest growing demographic. But why is it predominantly men? Because let me just tell you as a woman, I've tested this thing. What is male about shooting? What is manly about it? There's nothing. The only thing that's manly about it is that more men have figured out how fun it is. I really believe that's what it is. Because once you do it and you realize there's really nothing manly about it, really, it can be just as female of a sport as any other sport. It's awesome. It's fun. There's a stress relief in it that nobody talks about, that you just can't get anywhere else. It's like if you put a puzzle together, something about going down range and sighting, putting your sight in the right spot and pulling the trigger just right and hitting it. There's a stress relief that just is amazing, know? And
I'm sure that there's a lot of theories behind why, but first thing that comes to mind would be like, it's dirty, it's cold a lot of the time. Most ranges I've gone to, they won't heat their ranges. It's freezing cold. And then just, I guess the way that the way that most ranges are set up are to the standard that men have said is okay. And I gotta blame men, because they're the most people that are going to these ranges, right? They've said, okay, this is the standard and we say it's okay, and so you don't have to do any better than that. Like, there's a range that's in the town over this, like, they were so proud that they had bathrooms.
Oh my gosh.
What? Of course you have a bathroom. What? Just little things that add up to an overall just not very pleasant experience for a lot of women. Now, I think your range is different, but most ranges aren't.
You just failed it. This is my naivety, right? Because I'm so spoiled to have a range that's not just a female's touch, right? But my way, right? Yeah. So the men here are respectful of women. It's so the non-intimidating place if you come in here and you're a woman. And one of the things that I see, I gotta tell you, drives me absolutely nuts, right? Is the women that come in here and have the wrong firearm for them because they went somewhere, again, well-meaning family members, or they went to a gun store. We have a lot of good gun stores in the area, but I don't know where some of these people go, that they go to a gun store and they're sold a gun that they really shouldn't have. It's not good for their hands. They can't pull the trigger. And you say to them, because we're a gun range, so we have the unique, we have that extra added ability. We're a gun shop also, but you could actually go try it. You could go rent one of our guns and try it before you buy it. And I understand you can't always do that, but I recommend you do that. Go do that, ladies. When would you go test? When would you buy a car without test driving it? You wouldn't do that. We even go try clothes on, right? We try clothes on before we buy them. Why would you buy a gun? And it happens all the time. I can't tell you how many times people come in here to sell their gun to us because they have the wrong gun for themselves. And it's so easy. And so I am, in my naivety, right? Our guys are taught to make sure that those women that come in have the right gun for their hand, for their abilities to pull, triggers can be maneuvered. You can make the trigger easier to pull. I have a little arthritis. I don't want to admit it. I'm in a little denial. I'm getting older and I don't want to admit it, but I had to have my trigger lightened, so that I could pull it. But there are things that can be done. And if you don't, if you go with your family member who tells you, I know what gun you like, and it's their favorite gun, that might not be the gun for you. You know?
So as you're pointing out, it just all comes down to education, right? That's why women wind up with guns that aren't right for themselves. They didn't get the education beforehand. They have no idea. They're like, well, one gun is the same as another. This person, knows a lot more than me. I'm sure they can pick one out that I'll like.